Hello, 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 beloved souls. Today we are going to talk about new information, new and old information that is very, very serious for us to know. For the ones who knows, and maybe for the ones that this information is new to them, there is an American guy with the name Daryl Enka. Daryl Enka channeling an entity named Bashar. And today I'm going to expose to you just how much he is the biggest fraud and liar that humanity has ever known, and that he is the biggest threat to humanity. Okay, so this video is very, very serious, and I need you to pay attention to all the details and listen until the end, okay? For my Hebrew followers, just know that I also record this message in Hebrew. So you have this video also in an Hebrew edition, okay? If you want to watch it in Hebrew. So I really ask you to listen to the end, okay? Until the end. This is really, really, really the most important message for humanity. And anyway, it's just fascinating. Okay, so bear with me, stay with me. It's going to be a little bit long. Okay, if you are watching it on YouTube, you can also put it on fast times 2 or fast times 1.5 to make it faster. Okay, but please watch it till the end. Okay, I'm going to show you exact proof of what I'm talking about. By the way, at the time that I wrote it down for myself, someone just sneezed, and sneezed for me also always say that this is right. Okay, this is just signs from the universe. Okay, sneezing means this is right. So if you're going to see me from time to time looking down a bit, it's because I wrote to me all the information that I want to share with you, and I don't want to miss anything. So I'm just going over all the information that I want to share with you. Okay, so having said that, before we are going to start and dive into it, we're going to clear first our space right now, my space and your space right now, because we are going to talk about some dark matters. Okay, and it's clear that we are, and it's important that we will clean it and protect it while we are on it. Okay. So please say amen or I agree, whatever you want to say, after I'm going to say my affirmation, and even you can affirm it yourself or repeat after it, okay? But it's important for you to agree in order for you to get this affirmation on you. So this affirmation is going to affect me and anyone who watches this video with me. Any energy, any dark energy or any dark entity that is not of the highest light and is not from our highest guides, leave us, leave our body, and leave our spaces now. I call upon us, the most high angels of creation, to be with us, the most high light beings to be with us, to keep us safe, to guard us, to guard our space, clean, clear, and purified while we are watching this video and after it. Okay. By the way, I'm doing it for you. I am myself not afraid from dark entities at all. But just, it's important to keep our space safe. I also do a cleaning of my space from time to time. So great. Now what I'm asking you, because it's going to be long and you probably won't watch it twice, please go and get your notebook or open a Google Doc or something. Please write down all the information that I said, because it's really important later that you have the information in order to help this video, to share this information, and in order for you also to share it in your in different languages. Maybe you have other languages like French, like Spanish, Russian. We need this message spread out to the entire world. So I really, really, really asking you to write down all the information, and later on share it with the world with the link to this video, so everyone can understand the entire full story, because this story is super important. And that's it, okay? So write down everything that I say. It's important for us. So having said that, for the ones who doesn't know me yet, my name is Gal, and probably most of you don't know me. I'm Gal, and I'm based in Israel. I was born in Israel, and ever since I was awakened in 2020, in the first wave of the Awakeners, I dedicated my entire light work to Israel, okay, and for the Hebrew speaking in Israel, because what I have experienced is that I was awakened and I saw the information starting to come out around the world about all this, the global spiritual awakening. And I got the immediate, urgent internal call that I need to bring all this information to Israel, specifically in Hebrew, because no one know about it at the time in Israel. No one talked about it. They didn't know anything about starseed, about extraterrestrials that are here, about abduction, about Kabbalah, about so many topics that I brought back, okay, to Israel, and from all over the world, okay, from information that I was exposed to, and from information that got directed for me from the universe, from my guides, anything, okay. So this is why I didn't do a lot of English videos by now, okay? It's just now that I'm starting to record some in English, but I want to let you know that I'm awakened from 2020 down in to all of the conspiracy theories, and all of the information, high-level information of the universe, everything, okay? I got into the dark area, and all of the agendas really dark. It was pulsing from me. I knew I had to dive in, learn, study everything, and get it out, okay? And I did expose everything in Israel, in Hebrew, in all of the groups, spiritual groups and alien groups. I talked about everything we are talking about, okay? Kabbalah, Illuminati, reptilians, grays, Bashar, chips, how do you call it? Microchips, whatever. Kidnapping people, experiencing clones, tunnels, sex trafficking, government, corruption in government, in Hollywood, corruption of the British Empire, and everything, okay? Everything got to me as a messages from my guide, from dreams, from messages, from people that talk to me, from books that I was sent to read, from people that I was sent to follow online, some other channels that brought information. I just crossed everything and passed it on in Hebrew, okay? And a lot of people came to me during these years to talk to me and about all the dark stuff that they have gone through also, like kidnapping, the spaceships and everything, okay? So I'm very aware, everything, a lot of this dark information is available in my website. My website is galhavivi, GALHAVIVI.com. Okay, it's called Gal Havivi in Hebrew. In there I have my free content, and the exposure of the darkness is there in Hebrew. I'm guessing you can maybe somehow translate it. Okay, so we have also a lot of information there. Okay, so when I got into it, it was in the beginning of my awakening. Okay, I am near the end of 2020, and during this a lot of time from 2020 maybe to 2023 that I was really into it, especially in the first 2 years. I was constantly, from the minute I woke up, was immediately attacked. Astral, I got a lot of astral attacks on me, okay, at night. My dreams became vivid, like just in the beginning of my awakening. I started to experience these attacks. I never experienced them before in a conscious awareness, okay? And so a lot of dark entities used to come to my bed. They used to choke me. They used to drag me from my bed. They one time even how do you call it in English? Put me electricity in my spinal column, and I was like in shock, like in electric shock. And I actually took 2 days off work for vacation to heal. Of course, they didn't know what's the reason. How can you tell them? So I took a lot of time. It took a lot of time for me to know how to navigate this whole scenario and how to elevate myself from the lower vibration that I was, and to handle it and to find the method. I'm not going to dive into it that much. Just know that it's all about love all the time. And eventually I stopped fighting them, even in my awakened dreams. I even start to talk and to maybe be nice to the dark emissaries that came to me. I hold them the hand and try to talk to them, and they didn't understand why I'm so nice to them. Never mind, okay? This was the beginning. I just wanted to say that I experienced a lot of darkness in all of the sites, okay? It wasn't the only thing, but I was targeted, of course. Okay, so this is what actually the dark entities, which are the reptilians and the Cabal and the dark Anunnaki side and Greys, are doing in the beginning of the awakening of each and every one of us, especially to the key people that they know that they recognize that they are going to be like me, so that I'm going to publish a lot of information. They send emissaries of the dark to scare us, so we can be very, very scared and not dare to even get into this spirit world and to understand what's going on, so that we won't know the powers that lies within us. We won't discover who we are, and then they will be stripped off from their control. Okay. I didn't let it stop me. I was, of course, at the beginning was super terrified. I didn't know what was going on. No one told me. It didn't come with the handbook, as you all must know by now. But I didn't let it stop me. It's just the pulsing within me was so strong. I knew I needed to find some way to overcome it, and I did. Okay, and everyone can. Okay, it's all related to love, but it's not what we are going to talk about today. So, okay. So it's funny because ever since I was awakened, it's always surprised me to see now today how some people are still having the old life and live normally, while there is a separate bunch of huge amount of people around the world that are actually working behind the scene to ensure everything is really, really keeping the planet safe, okay, keeping the vibration high, exposing all the lies and everything, and it's like 2 different worlds, and people have no idea what's going on. I actually called all this system of the light, they are like the Mossad of the divine. Mossad is like the secret system of Israel. So it's like the Mossad of the divine, of the light, okay? So, but now everything is over, okay? Our innocent, everything that was hidden from us is over, and our shutting our eyes down is over. Humanity is waking up, okay? And so are you. And that's it. I'm telling you a bit about myself so you can get to know me a bit more. What's my calling, my mission in here, in our story, what I came to do in the planet along the way, and the importance of what I'm going to expose to you. Okay. To matter of fact, I already exposed this information in the past in Hebrew, but it was out of strong intuition that was guiding me. But few people have agreed with me or heard me, because it's actually a very, very high information, and not everybody is really having easy time to accept it. It's fine. But now I actually have more more proof for it, so it will be easier. So me personally, I need you to know that I personally need you to get into the business, this business with me, to be strong. I need you actively with me in the light army that we are, okay? Do it like the biggest fighter that you are. The future of humanity, okay, and the planet is dependent on us, okay, on this topic that we are going to talk about, okay? It's very important for me to tell you to not be afraid of anything, okay? The dark side can never, ever, ever do anything to you other than to offer you some shadow or some scary scenario that only if you choose to believe it and to go with it, you will attract it. But if you stop and say, oh, no, 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 thank you, this is not the scenario or the script that I want to experience. I want to experience this. This is the other script that I'm manifesting. This is it. This is all you need. Okay, the dark side can never, ever manifest for you, your reality. You are the only one that can manifest. The only thing that they can do is to put you all the background, all the story to let you to push it into your mind so you can believe it. So just don't believe it. Okay, so let's dive into it. I'm not going to go over all the all the dark agendas and all the dark sides. I'm just going to do a brief reminder to all of us. Okay, I'm sure that all of you are by now, or at least some of you knows a bit about this topic and keywords. Okay, so our main dark groups that are here in the planet, that are, we call it the control, the ones that used to control planet Earth, okay, are the dark reptilians, okay? And I want you to remember that there are also really good reptilians that are want to be in peace, okay? So not all reptilians are bad, okay? Dark reptilians, fallen Anunnaki, and here as well, not all Anunnakis has fallen. So if you hear the word Anunnaki, it's not immediately say it's a dark side, okay? So dark reptilians, dark fallen Anunnaki, some of the gray beings, okay, that are doing kidnapping, cloning, and stuff. Okay. Also remember that there are also a lot of good grays, okay, that want to help us ascend. And of course, the Cabal with all of their army. The Cabal is the group of the most rich people in our world. They are human beings, okay, that together with the reptilians, dark Anunnaki, and some of the grays, controlling all the systems behind the scene and doing a lot of shadowy stuff. And today we are going to add another one to this group that is actually all the time was one of this group. And this group is the Sasani and Bashar, okay? A very, very, very dark agenda that is going on here, okay? So for the ones who doesn't know, you can just stop this video, go to Google Bashar Daryl Enka to just see for a bit about who I'm talking about. This guy that, you know, he sits, normally sits like this, close his eyes and, you know, start channeling. Daryl Enka is American. He's channeling Bashar. Bashar is an entity from, this is what he says, okay? Bashar is an entity from a civilization that is called Sasani or Esasani, whatever. And he usually doing maybe trance medium, I don't know how. Bashar get into his body and then he start to speak through Daryl, okay? He's like doing like this and then, hello, good day to you, okay? And start to channel information. He's been doing it for the past decades, okay? I don't know how much, maybe 30 years, 40 years, something like this. I can tell you this. Bashar teaches a lot about spiritual ascending and about how to raise our frequency very, very beautifully, very calming, very charming. I personally watched a lot of content of him in the beginning of my awakening. I was really admiring him and was like, oh my God, Bashar, he's so good, he's so funny. Lovey-dovey. And I actually learned a lot from him. And I thank him a lot for that. I really, really thank him. Even if he's in the dark side, I always say dark and light, they are from the same material. We are just here playing a game. And so yes, I'm learned a lot from you. Thank you so much for everything that you done for me and that you taught me. So he's really, really a good spiritual teacher. But having said that, along with his high spiritual teaching, and he's very funny. By the way, he also uses a lot of jokes that we understand. You know, he's like one of us that we can relate. At some point, after a few months, I started to notice and to feel from inside of me something is wrong. Like suddenly I started to feel a bit in some small cases that is actually there's something wrong there, okay? Bashar is pushing his agenda that his species will come live with us, okay? What is the story? The story said that Bashar is from a civilization that used to be humans, but these humans turned out to play a lot of with technology. They messed up their genes and their bodies, and now they went to the universe to find another human beings to take to get help from them, to take their genes and to repair their own genes. Okay, so what they say that we human beings, as a collective, agreed with them that they will take our genes through our eggs, maybe some abductions, never mind, and then they will create another hybrid civilization. What is hybrid? Is when you take DNA from one species and from another species, you mix and there is a new species, okay? So if they take in, so what they do, they usually in the sleep kidnap, for example, a woman, okay? They don't actually take the physical body, they take our astral body, okay? Our, how to call it, spirit body, never mind, our soul. They take our soul, which is actually a body, okay, to the spaceship, okay? They do the experiments or everything, never mind, taking the eggs, I don't know, combining it with something of them, put it back in our belly of the mummies for 2 months, maybe 3 months. The baby is getting a bit bigger, but not something that we human beings pay attention to. And then they take this, take the woman again, take the egg, the little baby outside, and continue to grow it. I don't know. I guess in some incubator in the spaceship. Okay. This is what they do. Personally, I can tell you that everything that I've been led to from my personal how do you call it, journey, from my personal journey, everything that every information that comes to me usually comes to me with some synchronicity. So I will know exactly that this is the right thing for me to know, and this is right, okay, and this is correct. So what happened to me, how I discovered that I was kidnapped and I was and taking eggs from me, is that maybe after 1 year or maybe at least, I don't know, a few months of my awakening, I started reading the book of Elena Danan that I was also guided to read. And in one morning, I woke up and I saw that below my belly button there is a line from my belly button to the bottom of my organ down there. I didn't know about it. I took a picture of it and sent to my sister. She said, "Oh, Gal, this is a pregnancy mark." I was like, "Listen, there's no way I'm pregnant. Like, no way. Super Virgin Maria, a long, long time." Um, so it wasn't it. And I knew immediately I will know about it because everything that happened to me ever since I was awakened always had something to do with the awakening, always. So maybe 2 hours later, I was back to read the book of Elena Danan, A Gift from the Stars, and then immediately I got to the part where she talks about how was she done the same, that they put eggs or something inside her belly also, and the baby grew, and she explained about what she do. And I was in shock. It was a perfect synchronicity. I turned up. I called some medium friends, and every time I told him that I just showed him my mark in my belly to each and every one of them, without saying anything that I know and without telling them what the other said. And everyone said the same. Everyone saw me on in a spaceship lying down, and then a lot of and some extraterrestrial doing some experience of me, something that is related to pregnancy. Okay. This was the beginning, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? And then later on, I started to hear about Bashar and the hybrid stuff, and then I realized that this is what happened to me. They took my eggs for this matter, but I didn't know what to think about it. Was it okay? Was it not okay? Bashar said it was okay, that every one of us agreed to it. And in the beginning, I was like, oh my God, we agreed to it. I have babies. I have the alien babies. Oh my God, I was so happy, you know. Anyway, so what he says, okay, Bashar said that the kids that are growing now in the spaceship are going to be the next human civilization. Okay, he said that they are improving our genes with them, and then they are going to be the next civilization of humans. That at a single point, all of the kids will come down to Earth to live with us, and then we and them will be the next human civilizations. Okay, and he said that his how do you call it? His species will be, or whatever, one of the Sasani species will be the first one to contact us. Okay, so two agendas here. Kids are going to live with you. We are the first species that you are going to accept for you're going to see. And another thing is that you agreed for it in on a soul level. Maybe we agreed for it in the soul level. I'm not saying not, because the soul always agreeing to play a lot of dark scenarios, okay, just in order to maybe do some karma stuff, or maybe to teach us something. It's not something that it may be possible, but it doesn't mean that we have to stick with it, okay? Because maybe we would just agree for it for a specific moment, and then we need to break out of it, just to learn something from it, and then bye-bye. Okay, so I can tell you that the thought about Bashar around the world are really, really different. Some people believe him, while others are really, really against it and say that kidnaps without our agreements are just not making any sense, and that we didn't do any agreements. And in addition, a lot of the kidnapped people really remember a lot of harsh stuff. Now these grays really don't have any emotional thing in them, so they can really feel like robots. But anyway, it's nothing of it was harmonious. Okay, so we talked about them even kidnapping eggs, and I was taking an egg from me. That's it. And so there is Bashar. There is another woman in Israel. She's called Susie Tzikorel. She's actually a friend of mine right now on Facebook. She's an Israeli. She's channeling sunshine. It's another entity from the Sasani. Just like Daryl Enka channeling Bashar. She also passes her messages here in Israel in Hebrew. Okay. So as I said, at one point, I felt that Bashar suddenly started to raise to me a lot of red flags. Okay, some red flags that I was really, my heart was like, this is not okay, and my feeling was, no, there's something in here. I really, really know how to spot liars. I really normally feel it in me. He's a very, 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 very good liar. Okay, but I did manage to catch him on some small bits of vibration that he put out, and I immediately felt, no. I feel the vibration. This is a lie, or this is a manipulation. Okay, but when I catched it, it was also only a matter of a high intuition, but without any actual final proof. It was always what's going on with him. Is he for us? Is he not for us? I mean, it was very, very confusing. So what was my red flags in the beginning? Okay, I'm talking to you maybe in 2021 or maybe beginning of 2022 that I started to feel these red flags. Okay, first one, Elena Danan. I don't know, some say that she also work with whatever, maybe she worked with the Kabbalah or not, never mind. But what she said that that the gray beings that comes with the dark reptilians, okay, that come to each world, they will come to each world, and they will proclaim that they are innocent and that they need help with their DNA to help their species that is on a dying danger. Okay, this thing very, very similar to what Bashar is saying. Okay, and she actually talked a lot. She talks a lot about the dark agendas that are happening in the planet. Okay, so it's very. She didn't mention the name Bashar, but it was very much the same story. Okay.
Remember that we have told you the story of another parallel Earth reality that destroyed their world, and that the humans on that world became mutated into the form you call the Greys. And because they had mutated in such a way, hybridized themselves in such a way to be able to survive on their destroyed version of Earth, They were no longer able to reproduce. And they knew that they would die out if they did not seek out somehow, somewhere, a viable source of still existing human DNA. They use their advanced technology, as we have told you before, to tunnel into various parallel reality versions of Earth, including yours, to find viable human DNA, to infuse with themselves to create hybrid civilizations that would allow their culture to continue and not die out.
And she talked about it in the book, and she said that if we agree to accept them into our planet, meaning if we accept these kids into our planet, these hybrid kids, like Bashar is really informing us that it's going to happen, that then we will actually give them an agreement to get in here, and then they can do anything that they want, and it will be super almost impossible after it to get them out, because they have to have our agreement, because they are following some universe law in order to get away with the karma. So if they get our approval, it means that we agree to them. They can come here, be part of us, and then they can kick us out or whatever, or even worse, use us and control everything, and then it's like a bye-bye humanity. Okay, very important to know. So this is one. Second thing is that Bashar, I talked about it again, Bashar is really pushing his agenda, okay? He really, he's making a statement. He's not asking, he's making a statement that the kids, the hybrid kids are going to live with you.
And that which will allow there to be a blending, a harmonization, and a continuing of evolution for Earth to become the 6th hybrid race.
We're going to have open contact and start being introduced to these beings within the next 5 years at the outside. It's imminent. It's imminent.
Okay, this is a really red flag, big red flag. Why? Because if you pay attention, all of the high vibrational species that are working with us, like Pleiadian beings, Arcturians, Syrian, whatever, all of the groups, they never tell us what to do. They always say we can decide anything for you. You always have the free will and the freedom to choice, and this needs to be your choice. Anything that you want should be. They never tell us what to think. They never have a hidden agenda. Whereas Bashar, which is really super smart, he's not asking, he's informing. These hybrid kids are going to live with you. You have an agreement with it. I don't know. I don't remember any contract. No one of us remember. No one of us know about it. I don't care that we did it in the level of the soul. If we did it, we need to know it now. No one of us is remembering this agreement right now, right? They are going to live with you. You are agreed to this, and we will be the first civilization to contact you. And he's doing it with very charming and laughable stuff. And what I really need you to do is say, whoa, wait a minute. This is our planet. We get to decide who comes to live with us, who will visit us, who will enter this space. We get to decide. None of you will put your story in our mind in order to manifest it, okay? This is what he's doing. Behind the scene, what he wants us to do is to remember his words in our mind. Without even understand, we will think about it, we will manifest it, and then it will come to fruition, come to existence, okay? So he's actually programming us. Now, what's so funny about it, that he's actually doing it in so sneaky way. Why? Because he's most of the time, 98% of the time, he's only talking about how to help us, and he really giving the best information out there in terms of how to ascend. Okay, they are telling the truth about the ascension. Everything that is how to raise our frequency is true. They know that they need to give us truth because they know that we will get the same truth from other species. That then we won't suspect them. But in in parallel to it, they are pushing their agenda, and is doing it maybe 2% of the time out of the 100% of the time that he's talking. So 98% of the time he's only talking about really good stuff for us that is really helping us. But in this small window of 2%, he's getting inside our mind how to manifest that they are going to live with us. Okay? And this what triggered me from the inside, because wait, why is he demanding it and he's not asking us what's going on? I was really starting to ask, this is not okay. Especially when I see the other entities and the high vibrational entities that help me personally also asking us always, and teaching us how to ask always and how to think for ourselves. So say, wait a minute, this is our planet. We get to decide who's getting in here or not. And until we are not getting to understand ourselves, who exactly are you? And we first ascend ourselves and connect with our higher self, and will be able to open our third eyes and to look to you directly in the eyes to understand exactly who you are. Until then, none of you can get in here. Maybe you are charming as you say you are, but wait, we are first. We first ascend, we first graduate, be the mature that we need to be, and only then can we decide who's getting in and who is not. Okay? So don't let them trick you. Okay? There is no enter until then. And so we're talking about a hidden agenda to get it inside our subconscious mind to manifest the scenario of the hybrid kids that are going to live with us. Okay? Another thing, I used to ask a lot of times in the Bashar groups, okay? For example, some question that was raised to me that wasn't aligned to me, something is wrong. I ask, for example, wait, if you are so high spiritually advanced civilization, why aren't you part of the Galactic Federation? Okay, because if you are so into peace and you're, as you say you are, there is no justified reason that they won't be part of the Federation, at least in my eyes. And of course, I think other people ask the same question. And Bashar, he said that not everyone are part of the Federation, and there are some a lot of groups, okay, of federations. Technically, this is true, but it didn't fit to me. It's like, no, there's something there. If he's not part of the federation, and there's something there because they're supposed to have the similar goal, okay? Another thing he said that these kidnaps are in our agreements, in our soul contracts, okay? Maybe yes, maybe no. We can check it, and you can check it, but it's not. It's also a big flag. Another thing that I caught him on it, and it was super red alert for me, is that in one of the videos Bashar mentioned, and it says, as by the way, also to get it inside our conscious mind, he said that at a specific point in time, we will need a chip, microchip in our brain in order to communicate with our higher self. Now, at this moment, I was like, whoa, no. No one needs any chip in any external machine in order to connect to God even, okay? To God, to the higher guides, to one another even. We don't need it. Our body is already the highest technologically machine that there is in the universe. We do not need external machines. We don't need it. I personally always talk to my higher self telepathically. I don't use any chip. We don't need it. The only thing that we need to do is get inside of us, meditations, open our third eyes, clear our blockages. That's it. Okay? The fact that he said it as he didn't even said that this is a possibility that you can do this with chip or without chip. He just said you will need chip. Listen, this itself, I knew immediately that he is a fraud, but I still, it was only an intuition. Okay, so listen to me very carefully. Do not get anything of this to your head or anything. And I can tell you that I personally had a lot of chips in my brain and in my bodies that was put into me from them. A lot of people around the world have chips. How you call it? Microchips. This anyway. And I needed to clear them out. Okay. There are some things that we can do. They are in our aura. Okay. When people, there are some people that can clean auras. Okay. And can remove chips. Okay. This microchips. How do you call it? You get it. Okay. So big, huge red flag. You don't need anything in your brain, in your body. Your body can contact your higher self, and we can contact one another, okay, without anything. Don't do it ever. Okay. Another thing that was really alerting for me is that Bashar was asked about sleep paralysis. Okay. He was asked what is sleep paralysis and why people experience them from time to time. Now, Bashar said that sleep paralysis are the time that the soul is stuck between awakened state to sleep state, something like this. In the when we are moving between our awakened state and our dream state, okay, and then it's stuck and it can't move. This is the only explanation that he said, okay? Now, you would expect that a highly advanced spiritual being will know everything about sleep paralysis and also will share it, okay? This is a lie. Why I'm telling it? Only because my personal experience, okay? I can tell you that I am a person that lived and survived over 100 sleep paralysis ever since 2020. Especially in the first 2 years, I was still working on my clearing my shadows, my fears, and everything. So I was really busy all the time with all of this information. So I was constantly was in low vibration patterns. So I was always in their frequency level. So they always came to me in the nights and, as I said, do all of the stuff. Every time they did sleep paralysis on me, okay? What did I experience? I was in my bed always in a dream state, but I was awake. What do I mean? I was in a dream state, okay? But I remember that I'm dreaming, okay? And always I felt entity and someone next to me, and I felt that they are doing something to me. It's like they can project or do something with the consciousness to make us not move, okay? It's possible. It's just probably some spell or something that we can do with our mind to one another, okay? And they use it. And every time there was a being with me and I couldn't move. It's like I knew I wanted to move and I couldn't. Actually, there's one time that I was so persistent that I actually managed to lift myself up and look back, and I saw a gray being, and I saw it. It was like, but it was very blurry, and a lot of time they are removing our memory after it, so we don't remember. But the more we are getting more consciousness, they can't control it. We remember. Okay, so a lot of time they came next to me. I was in sleep paralysis. They did a lot of things to me. They choked me. They dragged me from bed. They did a lot of sexual stuff on me, experiment, they took me, a lot of stuff, okay? A lot of stuff, and he didn't say it. Bashar didn't mention it. This was entirely different sleep paralysis, and I had a lot of people that came to me in Israel. They told me after, because I'm speaking a lot about this information in all of the spiritual and aliens groups, and a lot of people came to me, oh my God, I experienced also, and then they started to understand what happened to them and everything, and even with the eggs, a lot of people came to me, and I was kidnapped too, and I also have this mark in my belly, and a lot of women. Okay, so I know there is something there. Okay. Next, in one of the videos of Elizabeth April, okay, if you don't know, Elizabeth April is a sweet girl from Canada in USA. She's channeling the Galactic Federation. She brought a lot of great information for humanity. I also took a lot of information from her and transcript it to Hebrew for the Israeli people, and introduced her to the Israeli crowd, and she helped me understand a lot and the whole humanity. So thank you, Elizabeth. But she said at one of her videos, she said that she was she didn't want to talk about it so much, but she told that she was in the Sassani area, whatever, or she just got this information about the Sassani, and that there is another species that is being created on a spaceship, and it's going to be our next civilization. She doesn't, that this is something that happens all the time in the universe, and maybe we are not ready to hear it. So she was basically presented it as a good thing, like Bashar did, okay? Now, what I want to tell you, always be in super discernment. Don't take anyone telling you as your immediate truth. Always think for yourself. Even from the information I'm telling you, take only what you think and leave what's not, what doesn't resonate with you outside. Okay? So included Elizabeth April. Okay, she's just a human being like I did. She can be manipulated. I was manipulated. My friends who are super high mediums also were manipulated by the Sassani. I also have a friend that at the beginning, she was taken to the Sassani spaceship, and they showed her the children, and everything looked so beautiful and calm, and they showed her how the kids play with the parents in the night. And she told me about it when I told her what happened to me with the eggs, and I was like, but something is off with me, something is wrong there. Maybe after a year, she also had experience with them, and everything turned. She released some of these kids' contracts from the spaceships. Something became to feel off even more. Okay, so even she, for example, was manipulated. I was manipulated. Okay, so Elizabeth April also could be manipulated. Okay, so don't take everything anyone said. Having said that, it doesn't mean that she's working with the Kabbalah and stuff. Don't get there. We are all just trying to do our best to get the information to the best we can. Sometimes we are being played with. We are just person. We know we are learning over time. Now these days, because I'm so sure at what I'm saying, I think that she was manipulated. Okay, but this is my thoughts. You get to have your own thought, but it was important to me to mention her because she has a lot of followers, and you probably heard her also say it, so don't take it immediately as the truth. Okay. And another thing that, and another red flag that I have about them is that also another woman that also talk about the hybrid civilization, and in a negative, like she also didn't find them to be truthful. She said that they are doing manipulations on the moms that their eggs were taken from them. What they do, they bring the baby, okay, and they bring the baby to the mom, and what they are working on is our maternal, our emotional side and our maternal side. That the mom will see the baby and she will, oh my God, yeah, come. And then what they want us to do is that the mom will accept this baby, that they will come live with us, and then they will have their free entrance into the world. So they are using in a manipulative way to, here, yeah, this is the baby. It's yours. I kidnap you without your permission. I took the egg from you. I raised the child without you knowing. Now get this baby. Yeah, you want, and this is a surprise for you. Like, wake up. And this is their free entrance, okay? So this is clearly an emotional manipulation. Now, what it's important for me to say about this, this also comes from Elena Danan's book, okay? Is that according to her, these hybrids species, the soul that comes to the babies is not a human soul, okay? So there are souls, and they are, you know, we are all groups of souls, of collectives in the universe. So they are the collectives of the Sasani, I guess, and they are the collective of human beings. And normally we incarnate with our own species. So the babies that are created are not with a human soul, they are with their soul, okay? Now, in a high level, every soul is a soul, and everyone are okay and loving in the highest dimension. This is all just a godly play that we are playing, but still we want to take our play, our show, whatever, our life to the future timelines that are beneficial for us and not dark for us, okay? So I'm going to repeat it again, okay? Elena Danan said that the Greys are using the manipulation, the constant manipulation, that they are an innocent species that destroy their DNA and they need help before they die. They always say it in every world that they come in. Bashar is pushing his agenda and not asking us. He's pushing, deciding that they are going to live with us. He's also pushing the agenda that they will be the first civilization that is going to show themselves to us, which is also in a contradiction to what the Galactic Federation said. So it's not aligned. I asked Bashar group why they're not part of the Galactic Federation. His answer was not satisfying. He said that the kidnapping and everything was done in acceptance of our soul contract, maybe, but even then we can get over it and move forward. He said that we will need a chip to contact our higher self. Big red flag. No, no, no. He said that the sleep paralysis are just something innocent that we can't move. He didn't mention all of the dark side that comes to us constantly. Big, big, big lie. And the manipulation of the mummies. Okay? So many red flags. So many red flags. Okay? And I want you to think, stop and think how the other light beings like Pleiadians, Arcturians, and all of other light beings, they are never decide for us. They always they never take our free will. They always tell us, we can't decide for you. You need to decide. Grow up. They try to help us to grow up. Bashar just come here and he's just making a statement. We will come to live with you. You will be the first. We will be the first one to contact you. This is a manipulation. This is a lie. This is the scenario and the script that they want us to get inside of our subconscious mind, to believe it and to manifest it. Even if we don't have any opinion of it, even the act itself that we watch it and it's getting inside our subconscious mind, it automatically manifests it. So we really need to get it out of our conscious mind, okay? And it all raised a lot of red flags to me, really, really seriously, okay? And I thought, wow, this is such a manipulation to give us such a high spiritual, clean, and perfect information about how to ascend, but on the way, in a small percentage of the time, to decide for us what will going to happen with our future and to implant messages into our subconscious mind that there's hybrid kids going to live with us. It didn't sit with me at all. I raised a few times these suspicions to the groups of Bashar. No one gave me a satisfaction answer. At the opposite side, both Bashar and Suzy Corel and everyone from this, they are instructed to not pay attention to this low vibration questions because they actually don't want to be exposed, okay? So they all keeping everything so clean and so loving. So we will think that, oh my God, this is such a loving environment, such a high vibrational environment. How can they be so manipulated? There is no chance, right? Even me, when I'm looking at Daryl Enka, when he's even not channeling Bashar, only Daryl Enka speaking, I'm like, oh my God, this is such a sweet person. Like really, I look at him and he has this, I don't know, grown man face that you just want to hug. And I when he's talking as a Bashar, outside of except from my part of the suspicions, he feels okay. They know what they are doing. Okay, trust me, they're so intelligent. They got in so many words. They know how to do it. They know that they need to be in high vibration in order for us to not suspicious. And especially they need to bring us the same information that the other high civilization bring to us. So then we will be that we will trust them because they say the same thing, right? So they must be also from the light. And they are so funny and loving and telling jokes, so they can create a special bond with us, playing jokes with us like we do play jokes, and we were like, ha, he's one of us. And no. Okay, don't be fooled. Okay, and so this is a very manipulated thing. But up until there, I had nothing to offer other than my my very hard suspicions and intuition, which is always what's guiding me, by the way. But it's still, this topic was always open in my mind. It's like I got answer about everything that I was going through in my awakening, but always the Bashar thing from 2020 until now, 4 years, is always in my mind. This is the only topic that I'm not getting answer about. Why? And even my guides didn't tell me like I was meant to discover it by step, okay? And another thing that I want to say is, this is just an opinion. What I personally think, because I always thought, wait, if there are really manipulation, why isn't the Galactic Federation tell us about it? And what I personally think is that they are maybe guided not to share. They can't give us this information. We have to discover it ourselves and to bring them out ourselves, because they can't intervene in this, because if they do it for us, we won't grow. So my personally think about it, because I thought about it a lot, they can't give us this information, okay? Unless maybe now that we expose them, only then maybe they would be able to talk about it, okay? So now we are going to get to the next phase of of the information. So I took a bit, I don't know, maybe almost a year, or maybe, yeah, almost 10 months, maybe, I don't know, a little bit break, maybe from the beginning of 2024, I felt the urge to put all of the dark content behind, to leave it for now, and to focus only on the light, okay? Because from 2020 to 2023, I was 50-50. I was also exposing all the dark side, but I was also helping people how to ascend and how to be in the love state. It was really this and that. And I was mixed of both vibration. But from 2024, I was really guided to be more, that's it, like behind. Now stay focused, for now at least, on the light only. Clean yourself. Okay, so I put this, Bashar was also in the side, but it was also always in my mind that it's not a done deal for me yet. So now what I want to talk to you is about a series of synchronicities and messages that I got that will lead us to the final punch. So in November 11, 2023, okay, pay attention, November 11, it's 11/11. My friend that she's following me, okay, from the beginning, some sweet girl that is following me from the beginning of my awakening, she sent me on November 11 a dream that she dreamt about me, and I'm going to read it for you, okay? So 11/11, it's already saying to me this is a very big sign that there is something there. So by the way, this girl was one of the first girls that came to she found me after I posted the post about my eggs that was taken, and I talked about the Sasani stuff, okay? She read this post and then she sent me, oh my God, I also was kidnapped. And I remember, and she told me her kidnap story. And ever since she was following me, maybe from 2021, I think, or maybe 2022, I don't remember. She's with me from the beginning. So at November 11, 2023, which is, by the way, almost 1 year ago, exactly 1 year ago, pay attention, that we are dealing with the same story exactly 1 year after it. Okay, she said that she's dreamt about me, and I'm going to read it to you. So she said, she sent me the note that she wrote to herself. I woke up at 11:11, time 5:34. I had a dream that someone tried to kill everyone without any exceptions. Gal is famous with red hair. She's publishing some business. She's telling stuff that other people can't understand, and few times she managed to escape and to hide herself near how do you call it, production line of something. She's a girl with a red head, long red head. There are a lot of how do you call it, the people that shoot, you know, like Hamas and stuff. There are a lot of people like this. Everyone decide to hide. At some point, there is like a production line of something that is work on its own, something like China or something. There is not supposed to be any movement of human being there. Gal hides inside some box that comes to a car, and she ran away from the car. When she was watched, she entered to something that is like a pit in the ground, and I feel a really, really big fear in the air, something super, super strange. It's more fearful than the Holocaust, in my opinion. It's not only for the Jews, it's something of the entire world. It's like a machine against human being. This is what she wrote, okay? Now she sent me this dream, okay? And then she wrote in the message that she sent me, she said, it was like a war of machine against human beings. And you, Gal, was a redhead kid, little girl with a long red hair. She said, the red hair immediately reminded me of King David, okay? So the ones, for those of you who doesn't know my work, one of the things that I'm always talking about is our, in Hebrew, it's called Geula. In English, it's called the redemption. I don't know if to call it the redemption because it's a little bit something orthodox or whatever, but it's about our ascension, okay? So the whole story about David, okay, from the Hebrew text is that the descendant of David, King David, will be the Messiah, okay? So now in the spiritual awakening, I discovered that we had this thing that it was written in Jesus scripts about the 144,000. Whatever. Eventually, what I managed to understand is that the 144,000 people, whatever, are considered to be the descendant of David, King David, okay? So a lot of time I'm talking about with my community in Hebrew, okay? And I'm explaining to them that the 144,000 and they are connected to the prophecy of King David, okay? So a lot of time when we see the red head, and I have a lot of signs about it, it usually tells us about the story of our ascension, of the promise to David, that his descendant will be the ones that will bring the end of the suffering, the 144, okay? So I always talk to them about hidden symbols, okay, in our reality, okay? So in Hebrew, it's called Chochmat Hanistar. This is what we call that there is so for example, if we are living our life, right, we have a specific scenario that is being played out. But if we manage to pay attention to the signs and we understand the hidden meaning behind every sign that we see or hear, we will understand that there is a different story that sits underneath it, okay? And this is the secrets of creation. Only the ones that are open to see and understand can read between the lines, can read the more deep story that there is there, okay? So what I taught them, and I'm not going to get into it, but what I taught them that a little kid, okay, it's a symbol for Messiah, okay, for Christ, whatever. And redhead a lot of time talks about David, the promise to David, okay? So what she saw is she saw me as a little girl, Messiah, and redhead, okay, which connect to the David promise, okay, and which is really making sense because I always talk about these topics, okay, about the promise to David and how we are connecting this to the global ascension. Great. And so eventually the descendant of King David will be in the Christ consciousness. They are the 144,000, and they are in the front line of protection humanity, okay? And what we called, this is the army of the divine, okay? In Hebrew, we call it Tzva Hashem, Tzva Yehovah, Yahweh army. Okay, I know some of you have also something with the Yahweh word. It's important for me to tell you that from my perspective and my personal journey, Yahweh word was always connected with the Most High, with the most purified thing, but I'm not going to talk about it here. This is something that is connected to maybe other topic that I will do. And it's important to me to let you know that there were also a lot of there were so many twisted information and change information in order for us to think maybe different. So I know a lot of you question the Yahweh word. I can tell you this is a twist. This is a very sacred word in my opinion, as of now, okay? It's been with me from the beginning, but I'm not going to get into it now. Why I'm telling this? Because the next event that I'm going to talk about is this. On July 4th, 2024, okay, pay attention, July 4th is the Independence Day of United States, okay? This is not a coincidence, okay? The Independence Day is actually, the meaning behind it, it's our conscious independence, okay? When we are elevating our consciousness, then we are celebrating the Independence Day because it's our freedom of thinking, okay? So in the Independence Day, which by the way is represented with the statue, Liberty statue, because it actually talks about liberation, right? Liberating our mind. I saw one time that it's connected to Inanna, the goddess Inanna Ishtar, that is also connected to the story of Yahweh, but we will get to there, okay? So pay attention. Inanna Ishtar, Liberation Day, okay? Inanna Ishtar, Liberation Day, July 4th, and Independence Day, connected. So in this day, the July 4th, I did a treatment to someone that came to me, and during this treatment, I took him to see his high guides, okay? Because a lot of time in my sessions, I take the people that come to me to meet their guides, okay? During deep meditation. So when he got to the higher dimension, I told him, okay, who do you see? And he said that he saw me. It's funny. It was the first time that someone told me that he saw me. I asked him, and by the way, it wasn't so new to me, because at that point I already understood that that in the higher dimension I really guide a lot of souls, so it wasn't that surprising to me. And then he said that we are doing something, whatever, never mind. And then I asked them, okay, so what are we doing there? And then he said, you're building an army. He didn't know that in a completely beautiful synchronicity, the day before, I reshared an old post of mine in Facebook, which he, by the way, is not in my Facebook. He's not in Facebook at all. He didn't have a way to know about it. He didn't know that I reshared a post of mine that I wrote on him, Tzva Yehovah, Yahweh army. And in this post there was a lot of people who are watching on to the sky, and they saw a lot of in the clouds a lot of warriors on horses riding. And I wrote, it was a joke. I wrote on it Yahweh. No, nothing is really a joke. Everything has a hidden meaning. Yeah, Yahweh army, and it was, and I put the song ta-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na. Okay, and then when I reshared it, I wrote on top of it. I wrote, I think it's going to be really interesting very soon. He didn't know about it, and he told me this the day after. You're building an army. And then he added, he said, it's not an army as you think you are. He said it's like me from the higher realms told him to tell me here this. And I told her to me, I told her, I know, she probably meant to the consciousness army, okay? Because the 144,000 are a consciousness army. So the Israeli Defense Army, IDF, Israeli Defense Army, are actually the physical manifestation of the divine army. Why? Because Egypt, in Hebrew it's easier to explain it, but Egypt is considered to be the place that is shrinking our consciousness. Okay, we were slave in Egypt, but when we moved to Israel, the Israeli people moved to Israel, their consciousness raised. Okay, they did a spiritual journey for the years in order to release their old self, their old mental slave mentality, in order to ascend to the Israeli consciousness, to the Israeli land. The Israel land is just a physical manifestation to the Israel consciousness. Okay, so when we are talking about the IDF, it's actually a manifestation of the divine army, the army of God, of Yahweh, the 144,000 that came here to protect the consciousness. Sorry. So I have a lot of signs and synchronicity direct with the word Yahweh from the beginning of my awakening in a very sacred way. I know a lot of you have thoughts about it. I'm not going to get into it now. We can do it later. Okay, just know that this is my personal stay on it as of now, of course. Okay, so how does this connect? During my awakening, I personally felt that a lot of the 100 or some of the 144,000 that are in Israel, live in Israel, are drawn to me and to the information that I share, and a lot of them really came to me, and I felt like I'm passing them some sort of initiation. Okay, this is the word that always came through me to my consciousness, that I'm doing to them some sort of initiation. And I always thought, why me? Like, why are they coming to me? And I also always felt like the need to protect them. Okay, I felt like I'm raising them, like they were like my little kids that came to me the first time, and I taught them a lot of this information about the spiritual awakening and what happened around the world. And I really felt like a protector to them, like I'm raising them. Okay, this is the truth that I felt in me, and the thought that came to me during this journey. And I each and every time I felt the need to protect them, like each and every time that I saw one of them maybe experiencing suffering in their journey, they are like posting something and everyone are bully to them, I was like immediately turning to them behind the scene and talking to them no, you do it. I'm behind you. There is a big army behind you. Go. I had the internal feeling of protecting, okay? And it's actually this feeling also was with me ever since I was even before the awakening, ever since I was younger. I remember that I always used to have a lot of girls circles, and all the time that, for example, I used to go out with girls to parties when we were, like just a little girls, maybe 16, 17, 18, 20, I don't know. I always used to protect my girls. I always used to, if someone came to maybe, make a move on my friend and they didn't know, I was immediately protecting them, Of course, right now I'm over this not aggressive, but overly fighty mentality. I see differently right now, but this protective mechanism was always in me. Okay, so we talked about now that I experienced in the Liberation Day, 4th of July, about you building an army, and this army is related to the Liberation Army. Okay, so it's not a coincidence; it's the same day. Next, around July or August 2024, maybe 1 month ago, 2 months, I don't know. Right now we are in October 25, 2024. Okay. So maybe around 2 months ago or 1 month, I I did a meditation, and in this meditation I was taken into a spaceship, and in this spaceship I saw a woman. Okay, there was a woman. She was sitting on a table, like when you are doing an experiment on someone. Okay, she was unconscious, a human being that was laying there like when you're doing experience, and there was around in the room 3 other grays. Okay, and it immediately reminded me of the experiments that the gray beings doing. The interesting stuff that the feeling there was very, very neutral. Okay, neutral. It wasn't negative, it wasn't positive. I was just observing. Okay, I just came there to observe and maybe to watch over, I don't know. Okay, but this is the feeling that I had. I came there to just look what's going on there. Okay, so again, the feeling was not negative and was not positive. It was just neutral and without judgment. It's as if it's like every experience or every experience in creation is legitimate and is useful for something in the grand story. It's evolving us in some ways in creation, both whatever looks to us, even both the dark side and even the dark of the darkest and the light sides. Okay, because everything is neutral, right? We are the ones who are making for us what is right for us and what it's not. So from the highest point of view, our highest consciousness, everything is possible. Like everything will benefit creation. Okay. So this is the feeling that I had there, which is surprised me because why am I neutral about the kidnap stuff? But then I realized, wait, maybe this is me from very, very, very high, dimensions, and she's from there. Think a neutral thing about this story. Okay. But we are from here, came to play the dark, the light, whatever, the merging between them. We are here to play. We are not in the neutral stuff, because if we are constantly, maybe always, all the time, only on the neutral stuff, maybe we won't have an interesting story to be played out. So yeah, so it's a different levels of different point of views. So next, on October 9, okay, 9/10/2024, pay attention, 9 and 1, okay? I always talk about, for my followers, I explain to them that for one of the signs of the 144,000 is that they always see the number 144 and maybe also 911, okay? So these are both key numbers in the 144,000 story, okay? Wait a minute. Why is this? Because I will talk a bit about it maybe also later, but the 911 is also a motive that I got during the awakening, but 911 in the Hebrew geometry, it means in the beginning, okay? When we are talking about Bereshit in Hebrew, Bereshit, it's the first it's the first chapter of the first book of the beginning, the story of Adam and Eve. Okay, so 911, it's talk about end of cycle. 9 is end of cycle, 1 is the beginning. Okay, 911, it's the beginning, something ends and something begins. Okay, so 911, end of the cycle, along with 144. Okay, so at this date, okay, October 9, 2024. I woke up in the middle of the night. Okay, I woke up and I came here to sit here, and I felt like someone want to deliver a message for me. Okay, so I sat down and I did meditation. And in this meditation, what I experienced was like this. I felt like there was a dragon that came to take me. Lately I always experience dragons that came to take me somewhere. So there was a dragon that came to take me. I flew with the dragon, and then I was led to be inside of a spaceship. Okay, again, another spaceship. And I felt that in this spaceship, there were, again, these experiments on human beings. When I was there, I had a little horns, how do you call it? Like little bumps, little horns, like animals have. I don't want to say his name, but yeah, like like Satan or something, or maybe like a reptilian, whatever. Like this, and I had the huge white wings in front, in the back of my body. I had this long shirt and long skirt, like brown, like maybe like brown leather, something like this. And I looked in the face like this, okay? And I was really, I was in a good mode and smiling, okay? The outfit, by the way, horrible, ugly, not something that I would ever put in this dimension, but whatever, good for you. I was wondering, why do I have these little horns? You know, actually, maybe like reptilians, whatever. By the way, I always say, and I will say it again here, that I'm sure that we will figure out that I also have a very, very dark life, dark incarnation. Maybe in other life, I have a very, very dark, probably for sure, maybe also reptilian. I feel inside me that my soul really, it's so obvious to me that I want to experience both light to the highest and both dark to the dark. So I will not be surprised. And by the way, I check it out, and I think I actually do. I don't care to fight my own self from there. It's just make it more fun. Yeah, but it's just something that I wanted to share with you. By the way, when I told my friend about this meditation, about this horn, the thing that he just immediately popped into his head, he said this immediately reminded me of the horns that Moses had, right? When Moses came to bring the Ten Commandments, it's written that he had horns from here. I think it's something that it's light, something that is of the light. Maybe light came into his mind to bring him information. Never mind. But it was in perfect synchronicity because maybe a day before. I think it's something that it's light, something that is of the light. Maybe light came into his mind to bring him information. Never mind. But it was in perfect synchronicity because maybe a day before or 2 days before, I posted a post of mine that I talked about my psychedelic experiments in India in Moses motive. So he said it maybe 2 days after I told him this, and 2 days. Anyway, it was really, really synchronized. So again, in this meditation, I also saw this experiment, and I was trying not to judge what I'm experiencing, because I always know there is some meaning to this and connection, and I know it will mean something to me later. Okay, so again, I was again in a spaceship, and I saw and I felt that I was inside of the experiments also on the human beings, and there were and I was there, okay, and also some beings there. Weird. But then I finished my meditation and I went to my bed. I got back to my bed. It was in the middle of the night, and then I dreamt. Okay. And now we are getting to the most important thing. Okay. From now on, this is the most why I'm doing this video. So in my dream, I saw Bashar. He came to me. Actually, I saw the face of Daryl. Okay, the image of Daryl Enka, but I knew it was Bashar. This is how I guess I would know him. So Bashar came to me in a dream, and I was inside of maybe a big audience place, something big, and I was just there sitting and writing stuff. And he came to me to ask me to look on a paper that had a drawing on it, and in my feeling, this sketch or this drawing was something that contained a drawing of God or maybe human being with something technologically in the brain. I immediately told him very, very straightforward and like a very in a very emotional thing, and maybe a little bit angry. I looked at him and I told him absolutely no. Lo means no in Hebrew. I used two words, one in English and one in Hebrew. I said absolutely lo, which means absolutely not. It was like, it just burst out of me. Okay, I was really angry, and then I moved forward, and then he went after me, and he tried to convince me again, and I turned back to him, looked at him, and said again, I said no. Very, very strict, very, very firm. And I went away, and then he was left to stand there. He saw me. He didn't chase me. It's like he knew it wasn't the way to convince me. It was like he was standing there and knew he was unable to convince me and unable to do what he came to try to convince me. And then in the dream, I kept going, and then I saw in my dream another human being, another person, that there was another try to convince this person to put this something technologically in his head, in return, how do you say it? If he agrees to accept from Bashar and his friends whatever he wants, a home and comfortable home and comfortable living, if he accepts to put this in his head, this technological stuff. Eventually, they try to bribe him that they will bring him the absolutely metrics comfortable, like we will give you a home and a place forever if you agree to put this in your head. And I looked at this person, probably someone I know, and I was so angry on him. I say, how the hell did you even consider it? Like, you know what's going on. What did you do? And in the dream, he said he only considered it, and in the end, he said no. It felt and it looked like a manipulation to try to get the consciousness of the human beings into a virtual reality while they are being used. Okay? So I also remember that I was a bit conscious in my dream, and I thought to myself, wow, this is interesting. It's like, it's not like me at this point of my awakening to give answers from emotional space, because I went through my ascension progress, and now I'm in a very neutral space. Okay, I'm not giving answer or talking from emotional spaces places anymore. I'm really most of the time very neutral. I accept and appreciate both the dark and the light, and I understand that they are intertwined. So it was really new to me to suddenly see myself bursting out from a place of like emotional, because I really know how to always be neutral, to think from a clean space, and from there to accept, to decide. Okay. It felt to me like I'm coming from a really, really high place that is overseer, maybe both the light and the dark. And from there is no judgment. Everything in creation is legitimate and bring some sort of experiment to the universe. Because as I said, I always know to appreciate and to give both things place, dark and light, because they both have things to play here. Okay, but this time in the dream, I was really acting like a mother that is protecting her own children. It was like a feeling of, no, you are not getting near my people. This is what the feeling was to me. In the feeling in my dream, I was responsible to an entire planet, and he needed approval for me. It felt to me like a try, like a manipulation. I don't know manipulation, but a try to get the control of the machines to my people. Again, this is what I felt in the dream. Okay, so this was what I told you about. Okay. So as I mentioned, I already in this reality know how to walk really from a neutral space, but in this dream I actually felt no way, you are not crossing this line, you are not coming into near my people. No. The end of the story. Okay. So next, and we are getting now to the final show. 2 days ago, in October 23, 2024, I woke up in the morning and I suddenly remembered the Bashar story. Okay, he suddenly appeared lately again in my meditation, in my dreams, and I remembered him, and I thought I want to check on him again. I want to talk to the higher guides, the one that are normally I'm contacting, and to ask about Bashar, what's going on? Why is he popping up again? What do I need to know about him and everything? And in this day, I talked to a friend of mine that he will come to me and we will do this channeling together, because I'm getting the information that comes to me in a lot of different ways, through synchronicities, through signs from the universe that I know how to read, from dreams, from a lot of sources. Okay, one of the sources that I a lot of the time getting help is people that come to me, maybe my patients or people that I'm putting under, like Dolores Cannon, when you put people in deep meditation, and then I'm getting them I'm taking them to the higher realms, and I'm asking the question, and when they're lying down, they hear my voice. They are the one that sees our guides, and they tell me back what they hear. Okay, why? I sometimes love to also use this method because personally, I'm not at this point able to see, which means when I'm doing meditation, I'm still seeing black screen. I don't see colorful screen. So I also sometimes love to use other people. It's just give me another perspective. Okay, so I want to thank this friend that was with me and helped me, and all of the friends that helped me during this awakening. I'm super grateful for you. We are doing this superly and totally together. Okay, so I talked to my friend and I say, okay, let's meet, let's do a channeling. I want to do today. And then we met, and we went outside to sit in some garden outside. Okay. And when I met this person, we walked, and then suddenly this friend tell me himself out of nowhere that he started to suspicious Bashar. Okay, he said it. He didn't even hear from me. I didn't even tell him anything that I experienced before with Bashar. He suddenly said the latest stuff. I didn't tell him. He said suddenly, oh, I started to suspicious Bashar, and I was like, it's like I just woke up and I immediately just thought to tell you that I want to ask today about Bashar, and I was like, you see, this is okay. First of all, this is a sign. There's something here. And second of all, I love to say it, I told you so, because when he started his awakening, just maybe in the real awakening, he was a bit connected, but he's not, most of the information that comes out right now only from the past year. He started to be exposed to it. And he sent me a lot of Bashar videos during the year, and I told him my suspicions about Bashar all the time. And he said, no, I don't think so. Everything you believe you manifest, so why believe in it? I don't understand. I don't believe you. And I was like, you see, I told you. You didn't want to hear, you didn't want to, everyone are putting, don't want to, it's not comfortable to them to hear it, okay? Because they prefer to be in the love and light. No, we need to be in both. We need to be aware of both. We can't be aware of only half of our reality. It can't be. We need to open our eyes, okay? So it was a clear synchronicity and a sign for me. Okay, so we went to the park, and then immediately when we sat down, he said, hey, look, there is a mice there. Mice or mouse? Mouse. The mice, like Mickey Mouse, okay? And we saw a mouse. I didn't see a mouse, I don't know, maybe 20 years. I didn't see an actual mouse. And I immediately, okay, there is going to be a synchronicity with the mouse. I'm going to figure it out, okay? So remember this mouse. And we sat in the garden, and then he started to show me some gate, like something from I don't know, Mesopotamia or something from Babylon, whatever. And I looked at him and I told him, oh, it looked like the gate of Ishtar, okay? Ishtar, to anyone who doesn't know, is she's one of the goddesses that were here, Egyptian goddess, okay? Egyptian goddess that were here during the Egyptian mode, ancient Egyptian, okay? And Ishtar is Inanna, and the gate was like the gate of Ishtar, gate of Inanna, whatever. It's the blue gate. You can Google it out. Of Babylon. So I told him, oh, it looked like the Ishtar gate, and I Googled it and I showed him the gate. Okay, so I need to stop and to tell you about Ishtar. Okay, Ishtar, Inanna. Okay, Ishtar is the Egyptian goddess. Inanna is the Mesopotamian goddess, and another different names of goddesses that I think and believe that are her. It's the same goddess in different name. Maybe it's the same energy. Maybe it's the different lifetimes. Maybe it's a reincarnation, or maybe she lived through all of this at one time, but she presented herself in different names to different cultures. But anyway, Inanna is Ishtar, as I understand it. Maybe also as Isis, Freya. Isis is the Egyptian one. Or maybe both of them. Never mind. Isis, Freya from the Nordic mythology, Venus from the Greek mythology, Aphrodite from the Roman, right? Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's the opposite. And Eden, and never mind. All of these names are, as I understand, talks about the same divine feminine goddess energies. Okay, so for me, as I see it, Ishtar is related to the higher light. Okay, and she is probably, as I understand, protected of humanity. Okay, so to whoever doesn't know or understand, there was a variety of also goddesses back in the days, not only goddess boys, also girls. In the planet, in ancient Egyptian, Greece, Nordic mythology, Babylon, Ashur, and more. Okay. So as I understand it today, I think it's the same energy, same maybe goddesses presenting themselves maybe in different cultures. I don't know, but same energy. Maybe reincarnation. So all of these names maybe represent the same energy. They were a goddess of love, goddess of how do you call it, babies and birth, a goddess of sexuality, goddess of land, and among also connected to warriors, to fights. Okay, I also feel that Ishtar is related to the story of Yahweh and Gaia. Maybe it's the same energy of the divine mother. Okay, and I also think that Ishtar is related to the story of the beginning of the creation of humanity. So Ishtar Inanna is the names from the Babylon, the Anunnaki, I guess, story. And as I told you, not all the Anunnaki are fallen Anunnaki. Some of them went to the dark and some of them no. No, I don't know the entire story of Ishtar other than what is presented on the media. I know from Wikipedia, I know from the all the Sumerian tablets and stuff, but wait, I have some more information, but never mind, it's not from this, okay? Anyway, I was guided to these goddesses all over my awakening, okay? This name came to me in constant synchronicities, okay? And I was also guided from the beginning of my awakening to the story of the beginning of creation of mankind and the Eden Garden story. I had millions. It was like it was encoded in my life and in my awakened story, and that's it. And I can also say, I got a lot of signs and the connection that these planets. Obviously, we know now it's been a divine, a godly experience, right? When we took all of the genes, maybe. This is what the story said. The garden of creation. Maybe it's only a symbolism, but this is what is being talked about, okay, in the spiritual community. So I'm saying it to try to remember the connection between the energy maybe of Ishtar and maybe the rest of the names that I also mentioned, to the garden of the planet, okay, the garden of the human beings that was placed here. So this divine feminine goddess energy was done a lot of misfortune and a lot of twisted in her story. This is what I feel from the inside during the history. I feel like her story or whatever is about her is pulsating. I don't know how to say it, like maybe projected for me. Okay, I feel like I have a very, very connection directly to her. It's like she's projecting herself from me. That's the only thing that I can say that I can feel from the inside. It's like I feel that what I came here to do is to fix all of this wrong that was done to humanity and to the divine feminine, and to eliminate the darkness and to return here the divine order. Okay? Of course, all of us are here in this story together. So I have a lot of things to talk about Ishtar and the rest of them, but it's not for here. I just wanted to mention it because it's going to be related to what I'm going to say. I don't know if I said it, but her energy, I felt that like her energy are projecting from me. A lot of the story of Ishtar or the science of Ishtar was encoded in my personal life and in my family. And in my awakening, I constantly saw synchronicity and signs to all of these goddesses and Ishtar names, okay? Wait. So this is what I can say, okay? So let's say that Ishtar is from the highlight. She's related to the whole story of Yahweh and Gaia, and maybe it's something that is practically for another video, okay? And I feel like she's working through me to make her will come true. I don't know if this is me, if this is from the highest, if she is my higher self. I don't know. I don't want to say it because it's not like I have a memory of or something. It's just an internal feeling. Anyway, this is it. Definitely not how I wanted to share this information, because I have a lot to say about it, but I do feel that this video has to go out and I need to speak about it. It's about time, but maybe I'll talk about it in a different time. Okay, and this is the time to discover to my great followers. Most of them are right now from the Hebrew community, but never mind, I will say it here as well. The whole time that I talk to you about the number 144 and 911, I told you that they are connected to the story of the twin flames, right? The 144 is the twin flame. The 911 is related to the beginning of humanity. 911 is beginning in Hebrew, Reshit in geometry, okay? And then of end of cycle, okay? And we also talked about the story about how the promise from the divine to David that his descendant will come help ascend the world, right? Come with the redemption. I don't know how to call it, with the ascension, okay? So now it's the time to discover you. Oh, by the way, my name Gal. Gal in Hebrew, first of all, it means waves, but it also means discovery. Gal, Gilui. Gilui, it's discovery. And also Geula. Geula, it's the redemptions. So it's all connected. The redemption comes from the discovery. Okay? And my name is Gal. So now it's the time to discover for you that Ishtar is in the Hebrew geometry 911. Okay? It's the letter Aleph, Yud, Shin, Taf, Resh. It's the Hebrew letters. When we take it to geometry, it turned out to be 911. And we said that 911 is the beginning, okay? So we can see that Ishtar and the beginning are the same number. They are the same in Hebrew. They are the same letters. You just switch up the letters and you receive that Ishtar and the beginning is connected, okay? And we also said that David, King David is in Israeli letters 119, okay? So Ishtar and beginning is 911. King David, which has the promise of this entire redemption process, is 119. Okay, so we can see it's the opposites. Okay, there is a straight relation between Ishtar, the promise to David. They are like intertwined. It's like a representation of something like maybe heavenly kingdom and earthly kingdom. Okay? So the way I understand it, that Ishtar, the way I feel it, maybe is that Ishtar is a guide for the 144,000 among the way. And anyway is related to leading something more about the entire planet, not for specific people, but maybe she's in charge of an entire planet. Okay, and I was also told it in one of my clients when I asked who am I guiding? And I was told you are more of a planet overseer, something like this. Okay, so it's all somehow connected. So back to the friend in the park, okay? We were talking about the gate of Ishtar, and I showed them the blue gate of Ishtar in Babylon. Okay, so remember, Ishtar's gate, okay, the gate of Ishtar. We will come back to it later. And I told him that I'm going to ask in the channeling about Bashar, okay? And we saw the mouse. 3 things that you need to remember. Okay. After we decided we started the channeling, okay? And he was laying down. I took him out to meet our guides, my guides, and to ask him questions, and I wanted to talk to my guides. Okay? And wait. I started to call, by the way, I started to call my higher guides, our higher partners, because it sounds better to call them partners. And but actually in English, it also sounds good to call them guides, but I also like to call them partners to remind us that they are our partners, okay? The thing that the fact that they are in a higher dimension doesn't mean that they better or not better than us. We are all in this mission together. We were all together in the higher realms. We decide, okay, let's do this mission together. Some of us will go down, some of us will be up, and we will be in contact. Okay, so partner, it means feels better. Okay. So I asked them, we started this channeling, and then the first thing that the friend said, he said, I see the gate of Ishtar. Suddenly inside, the first thing that he sees the gate of Ishtar inside his channeling, when he's channeling. And I was like, okay, let's ask our partners, our guides, never mind. Why are they showing us this gate? And what my friend answered, and he says, he also he says it whatever the guides tell him, and they sometimes talking through him. Okay, he said, I'm being shown Bashar trying to get in a white gate of a children's kindergarten, of naive children in kindergarten. This is a warning, black over white. Do not let him in. He is trying to get in a very sneaky way. It's as if he's innocent. I see him open a white gate, a small white gate, like a kindergarten place of children. I immediately told him, I knew it. I told you. It was just, oh my God, like I was waiting for this approval for so many years. It's like, I knew it. And by this time, my guides know that I know how to read the signs, and I know to understand what is being shown. So first of all, I'm aware of Bashar, and I did a complete degree. I call it, I did a degree on the dark in all of these years. So I actually understood the symbolism that they showed him. The entrance to the kindergarten are actually an entrance to our own planet. Our planet is our garden, and our people, humanity, is the children inside this garden. Okay, and this garden, humanity considered to be the children in the garden, because in a conscious level they are children. They still haven't awakened. They are still children. They don't know how to protect themselves and how to do things on their own. Okay, they need protection. They need guardians. They need guidelines. Okay, and it's wait. So it also can be also related to the garden of, when we said at the beginning of creation, we had this garden here, okay? When we said, never mind, that this planet is considered the garden of the heavenly, because we put here all of the genes from all over, from a lot of different entities, and we make this place, this planet, a garden, so it's such a beautiful garden, and gave it to humanity to guard this place. And he said he did it like in a naive, like in an innocent way. Okay, like he's pretending to be innocent, just as I was suspicious. And suddenly it hit me. I suddenly understood everything. I was like, oh my God, Bashar, it's Bashar. In Hebrew, Bashar means in the gate. Gate is portal. Okay? So Bashar, it's a Hebrew letter Bet Shin Aleph Resh, but it also sounds like Bashar, Bet Shin Ain Resh, which means in the gate. I'm standing in the gate, okay? In the portal, in the gate, waiting to come to earth, in the gate of earth, okay? And I suddenly, oh my God, and this is the gate. Bashar is in the gate, in the portal, okay? And I was like, oh my God, this is why they showed you the gate of Ishtar. And Ishtar is responsible for the planet. And the gate is like they're coming in the Ishtar gate, the gate to enter the planet, to our planet. They are standing in the gate, in Ishtar gate, okay? Ishtar also the beginning, it's a symbolism. Everything is also a symbolism. Ishtar is there, like entering the gate of the beginning of creation. And it's not, and I remember that in my dream, Bashar asked me for permission to get inside the planet, and I said to do the stuff, and I said absolutely no. Like, absolutely not. Like, do not get near my people. Okay? And then suddenly, we immediately understood everything. We said, oh my God, it was right in front of our eyes. Pay attention very, very, very seriously of what I'm going to show you, to tell you, because this is what I was waiting for. So we said, Daryl Enka, channeling Bashar, okay? So we have Daryl Enka, Bashar, right? Daryl Enka, the real, it's real, reality. The real Enka. What is Enka? Anka. What is Anka? Anka. Anunnaki. Kan. Kan, it's a Hebrew word for here. So, the real Anka means the real Anunnaki are here. Bashar, in the gate. The real Anunnaki are here in the gate. They are waiting to get inside the planet. I'm chills right now, okay? So again, take these two words, Daryl Enka, Bashar, which is channeling Bashar, Daryl Enka, Bashar, Daryl Enka, the real Anunnaki, Bashar, in the gate. The Anunnakis are here in the gate. This is a encoded symbolism to let us know what they are doing behind the scene, because as we said, they have to let us know what their plans are in order for us, in order for them to not experience the karma. Okay, so this is the way it was encoded in front of our eyes. Okay, and pay attention. The real Enka Bashar, it's a combination of both English and Hebrew words, right? And what did I experience in my dream? I told Bashar absolutely lo, which means it's an English word and an Hebrew word together. And I thought, why did I do this combination of Hebrew and English? Absolutely lo, it means absolutely not, but it's an English word and a Hebrew word. And here this is exactly the same. Daryl, Enka, Bashar, it's both English and Hebrew. Okay? So it was, everything was in front of our eyes. Okay? Even their group on Facebook, it's called The Real Bashar. Okay? Like the real ones, the real Anunnaki are in the gate. Okay? They are trying to get inside Ishtar's gate. Okay? Which means the portals, okay, to our planet. And they can only do it if we agree. We agree to it and agree to it, the story that they are getting inside humanity consciousness without asking questions. Wait, I feel something inside my body. I'm asking any dark entity to get out of my space and my body. Higher guides, please come here and clean everything from me and from my body. Like I feel something weird. Seriously, it's right. So I need to feel, I need to eat something, okay? כל מי שאינו מהאור הגבוה ביותר ואינו מהדרכה הגבוהה שלי עוזב אותי, עוזב את הגוף שלי. עכשיו אני חיה באור ורק באור. אני חיה באור ורק באור. אני חיה באור ורק באור. When I'm speaking about it, it's actually, I'm feeling a bit dizzy right now, but it will, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling great. Okay? It has never happened to me, by the way. Okay. Wait. I'm going to keep it in the record. Just that I let you know, I'm not even afraid of dying. I'm here anyway all the time, okay? I will never go, even from the astral, I will keep helping. Okay? Shema Israel, Shema Israel, Shema Israel. It's something that we said in order to bring light here, okay? Shema Israel, Shema Israel, Shema Israel. So weird, I never experienced it. Okay. $17:17 on the clock. Watch, I'm not even joking. I don't see if you see it. 17:17. There's something going on here. Maybe I'll wait. I'm a girl anyway. Okay. I don't know, I had the feeling that I need to bring here a lot of crystals, and I never use them. Okay. So I'm feeling great. I'm energized, and let's continue. So the only way that they can do it is if we agree to it, and we will agree to the story that they are put it inside our humanity without asking questions, and that the hybrid is going to live with you. Okay, very sneaky. They are wrapping the story of this Bashar as the good prophet that brings humanity all the spiritual richness. This is lie. Okay. According to Elena Banan, Elena Banan, it's funny. Elena Danan, right? According to Elena Danan, I remind you, they are like this, entering into a lot of words sneakingly, okay? And when they are inside, they cannot get out. It's important to emphasize that this is the dark side of the Anunnaki, and not all Anunnaki are in the dark. Ishtar is in the light, okay? The Anunnakis, reptilians, Bashar, and all of these friends encoded this story in the name of Bashar, okay? And Daryl Enka. They have to, as we said, to let us know about their plan and how to get away with karma, okay? They encoded the entire plan in front of our eyes. Then I said to my friend, you see, I told you, I knew it. It wasn't just like this from the beginning of my awakening. To cover up all of this story from the beginning. It's burned inside of me like fire, okay? And my friend answered me like from the higher guides, from the higher partners, he said, you were right, you did right, okay? And the friend said, he said, it's like, he said what he was getting. He said, you are Ishtar. It might be just only a symbolism, okay? But he said, you are Ishtar. Ishtar. In Hebrew, Ish, it means a man. Tar, it means searching. This is your job. You are the one that's searching for the signs and the puzzle pieces, okay? And okay, next. He said, now they're showing me the real image of Bashar, or another image, I don't know, of Bashar. He's looking like, he's like with really red big eyes, and I see now it's like the red of the red flag of Switzerland, because we sat next to the Switzerland embassy in the garden, in the outside garden that we sat. Okay. So he said, I see the red eyes, and he said, wait, and he said he has a very red, big red eyes, and he looks like a giant mouse. And what did we see before the channeling begin? A mouse. And I knew there's something is going to come with the mouse, right? Perfect godly synchronicity. Okay, and I knew there's something going to come here with a mouse. And then the friend kept, and he said, deliver this message, okay? And when he said it, he held my hand. He was with his eyes closed, but he held my hand, and then suddenly he did like this. He actually pressed really hard my hands, and he said that this is them, our guides doing it through him. Like, keep the guards, block him. He sees it, he said, I see it black over white, like translate it to all of the language. Keep the gate closed, like do it like a large video with a lot of warnings. It's a mouse motive, okay? And then I told him, oh, a few times ago, I also got this direction that or message, whatever, from somewhere that I heard it, that the mouse are the ones that want to control the world. and look at this. And it's exactly like our children, we have this children series. In Hebrew, it's called Pinky ve'amoach, Pinky and the Brain. I don't know how it's called in English, probably the same, Pinky and the Brain. It's the two mouths that want to control the world. And the beginning of each episode, one of them says, oh, what are we going to do today? And the other one says, what do you mean? We are going to control the world. Okay, so it was also another encoded message. Okay.
Gee, Brain, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the Brain, yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. They're laboratory mice, their genes have been spliced. They're Pinky and the Brain, 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 brain.
In this series, they are a laboratory mice. Okay, they are laboratory mice. And the funny thing and the connection is that our planet is considered a laboratory because of the entire genes that came here, and we did a new human being, right? We took all of the genes from all over a lot of different extraterrestrial and make the human gene, the godly human gene, okay? But also, it's also like the lab that they're doing, like the Greys, the Bashar, the Sasani have their own laboratory that they kidnap people and they are labs, right? In the lab, right? And to create this hybrid race. So they are doing experiments on human beings like in a lab. This is why they are mice labs. And then my friend added, he said, it's just like, I didn't see this movie, but he said, it's just like in the, I don't know how it's called in English. There is a movie, it's a very known movie. I didn't see it, I saw just part of it. Something with the galaxy, like Hitchcock Galaxy, well, something like this. There is a message there that says, that mouse control the universe. You see? And then I immediately also remember that 3 years ago, I had a synchronicity with the story of, in Hebrew, it's called Eliyahu Hanavi, Elijah maybe in English, the prophet, Eliyahu, from the Israeli Hebrew people, about some prophecy that he said, that I was guided to. And I remember that in this prophecy, I opened some book that I had, and I opened it on some prophecy, and I saw mouse there, mice. And I remember, I don't know what does it mean. And I always discover in the end what everything means when I saw. And up until now, I didn't understand what those mouse were only when I saw it. Okay. So everything was encoded in front of our face, okay? So go even Google Pinky and the Brain and see this to understand this, okay? And the not funny, but funny thing that I told him, look, just like they are experiment on us, on human beings, the mouse are doing experiments on human beings, laboratory experience on human beings, we, the human beings, doing a laboratory experiments on mouse. It is like their karma. It's like they're paying their karma with us. And then when I said it, my friend just sneezed. And for me, sneezing is just, it's like, it means yes. It's like the answer is yes. It's like, it's true. Okay? Wow. Great. So again, to conclude this entire bunch of signs, okay, we said like this: Daryl Enka and Bashar, okay, Daryl Enka Bashar, it's the real Anunnaki here, the real Anka, the real Anunnaki here, Bashar in the gate, Bashar in the gate. The real Anunnaki are here in the gate, in the portal, in the Ishtar portal, in the Ishtar gate, whatever, in the creation gate, in the planet gate, in Earth gate, okay? One extremely sign. The second is that we saw mouse before the channeling began, and then he saw the mouse, Bashar as a mouse, and we understood the entire mouse thing. And don't forget also Disney, Minnie and Mickey. By the way, one of the things that I love to teach people is that from the highest perspective, as I said, everything is neutral, right? In each motive, we have both the light and the dark. So if you choose to look at everything in the light, you will see the motive of Disney, for example, and everything in the light. And it really has a great motive of creation. But if you choose to look at it in the dark side, you also see the dark. It's like they're both in them. There are good messages and high light messages in Disney, but they're also, it's like they are both encoded there. But this is just what I'm saying now. It's very, very high level consciousness. And right now we need to protect our planet from this level of consciousness in order for us to take us to the higher timelines, okay? And not fall to the low timelines. And also, Bashar always sits like this, right? He sits like this, close your eyes. And he was also always been told, oh, you're sitting with this is the Illuminati symbols, right? And just to remind you, this triangle of the Illuminati it's a great symbol. It's a great shape. Triangle is one, and pyramid is one of the highest vibration shapes. They only took what was already in creation and took them to themselves to do some symbolism for themselves. But since they need to always tell us who they are and what they are doing behind the scene, he had to be like this. Okay? And pay attention that in each and every video, he sits like this. You would expect that different times he would sit differently, right? Even me. In this video, I moved a lot. I did a lot of things. He didn't move. He always like this, okay? Check out a lot of other transmedium people. They are never in the same static place. It's not. There's something. This is another sign, some Illuminati way, okay? And another thing that is a big flag is that at one point the channel of Bashar, he started to put behind him another symbolism to show us. It was like a yellow hive, right? Hive like the beehive. Okay, a lot of hive behind of him in a lot of videos. This was another way to let us know about their plans, okay? And how is this connected? First of all, this was the same yellow hive, like I think NASA or maybe one of these thing used, okay, and maybe something of NASA. We also know that this is also corrupt, at least some of them corrupt, okay, but this was exactly like NASA. And what is this hive means? I don't remember where I saw it, maybe in Elena Danan's book, but the hive thing is it's something about the hive mind. Okay, what is the hive mind? Normally, the normal mind, collective mind, is that each and every one of us responsible for his own mind, right? I'm thinking, you're thinking, and together we create this collective together, and we are all sharing our thought and in the collective, and together. How do you call it? Impacting one another, right? But everyone has its own sense of self and free will. But this is one way of mind collective. Another way, it's hive mind. It means, if I'm not mistaken, okay, that there is one personal mind in the middle, like he's the king, the queen, never mind the top. And all the rest are just doing whatever this mind is projecting to them. The other one don't have their free will and their free thinking. This one in the middle is projecting to them their thought, and they're doing. So a lot of, as I understand this, these beings are being controlled. A lot of the grays or whatever are being working like this in hive minds. This is one of their mind control technologically thing. Okay, so when Bashar was behind the scene with this hive, I immediately knew this is the hive mind. I see it. Like it was back then. I also knew about it. Okay, and this yellow hive mind also was in NASA. Okay.
Anu Vikwadesh Adama Eva Maz Mazani Sasani Shayael Yayael Shah Linaya Enanika Anuhet. All right, now. Anu Vikwadesh Adama Eva Maz Mazani. Sasani. Shayael. Yael. Shah Linaya. Enanika. Anuhet.
So maybe most of you don't know me, but know that alongside my sweet and loving personality, I also have a very animalistic and protective gene inside of me, whatever, that can come out of me the minute I see that someone is trying to protect the one that I care about. I care very deeply about protecting this planet and humanity. This is the one of the most important thing to me, even if it sounds very high and very, yada yada. It's fine. This is my feeling from the inside. Ever since I was awakened, it was like I didn't even do anything else almost outside of this this journey. Okay. So me personally, I will do everything from my side to never let anything hurt anyone, hurt people here, people in humanity. And I will do everything in my best to expose it and to talk about it. I was attacked so many times also from the beginning of my awakening. I was bullied in the internet, and trust me, I've been through a lot of darkness, and I don't care, okay? And the most power that I have is that I don't care to die. I don't care. I even love dying. It's like I think, oh wow, so whatever. Yeah. And so I'm not afraid, okay? And I was also, by the way, I was also a censorized, how do you call it? I had a lot of censorships on my post. A lot of my post, my Facebook post was censored from Facebook, from Instagram, and a lot of my videos were down from TikTok and other places, and they were blocked. I continue to post. At one time, my entire TikTok channel was deleted. I needed to open a new one. Okay, so I will not stop. I will continue even even if in the afterlife I will hunt them down. So I'm not afraid. Okay. Okay. And by the way, from the highest place, I know that everything is just, at the end of the day, it's a creation game, and we need to know how to navigate it. The minute you start to look at everything as a game, you start to have fun with it. Okay. Okay. So it's very important for you to understand that they present everything in a very, very loving and calming and entertainment scene. They even bring great and perfect ways how to ascend to you, how to ascend. I personally implemented a lot of their ways. They are keeping and maintaining a very clean and high frequency. They know that if they will sin, even if in a bit, that they will project a bit, maybe I don't know how do you call it, low level frequency, that they will, then people will be onto them. Okay, they know the system, they know how to work. It's not their first time. Okay, believe me, even when I personally, when I look at Jerry person, when he's not channeling Bashar and he's just talking, he really looks so innocent and so good. He's talking from the heart. It's like I look at him and I want to hug him. But to be honest, anyone with a very amount high training can be deceitful, can project high vibration with negative intention, and you don't feel it. It can be done if you are really know how to control your mind. This is, for example, how people, when they are doing a true test, you know, when the criminals, they are getting inside the, how do you call it in English, when they are checking if you are saying the truth, you know, and some criminals know how to make it that they will pass the test even if they lie, because they know how to manipulate the mind in order to make it happen. So this is what happened to us. They know how to project high vibration. They know how to project it, but at the slightest thing that they told about something that is manipulated, I personally catched him. I felt it inside of me. I felt, no, this is not, this is manipulation. It's not, and it's very slight and gentle, but I felt it. Okay, I'm very sensitive to the smallest vibration. Okay, and now even after this channeling, I'm also in this discovery. I'm sure about it. Okay, and what happened just now, I just don't even want to talk about it. To not trust me, something happened here, and it was 17:17 on the clock. Okay, I don't know who was here. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Shema Israel, Shema Israel, Shema Israel. Okay, I'm putting them aside. I will deal with it later, but no, you saw it on first hand, okay? So remember, I want you to remember, the idea of the hybridization itself, it's not something that is good or bad, okay? There is a lot of hybridization in the universe. It's something that it's just happened, just like we take some vegetable and some vegetable, you know, mix it up and create a new vegetable. It's something that they do. Our human godly gene is a hybridization from a lot of extraterrestrial beings, as of the storyteller, the spiritual community understand right now. So it's not about the hybrid stuff that is with malintention. It's the intention that sit behind it. It's what they want to do with this hybridization. They want to get here and sneakingly and control the planet. Okay. Once they get in to control, that they were given a permission from the society, that's it. Very fast, they are, controlling everything, everyone. They are probably waiting and they want to do a mind control on people and control their energy, and the souls there will suffer and be maybe in a virtual reality, and very, very, very bad. We do hear, I did also hear about things like this in the universe, and I think that even what we are being told is really, really small percent of what really going on, because not all the time they want to tell us everything. Anyway, so they are together with the reptilian elite, the greys that are the greys that doing the experiments, the Anunnaki. Okay, I want you to understand, it's not Hamas or even Iran. They are not even they're not even interesting. All of the war in Israel and from the high place. Okay, it's not really Hamas, and all of these terrorists are just the small soldier of the real big army, dark army that are here, the dark Anunnaki and the reptilians and the gray and the Cabal. Okay, I'm talking to you about a world war that is here around the scene. Okay, all the rest of the wars in the planet are just their inventions, and it's just a show off in the news in order to keep humanity entertained and in low vibration and scared, so we won't have time to deal with the ascension and to be in high vibration and be still kept in control. Okay, so what are they actually trying to do? As of right now, they're trying, okay, to get to humanity while humanity is still in an innocent and vulnerable state, like a kid in a kindergarten that didn't reach his puberty yet, and the time to decide for himself. Okay, they might our human beings will probably see them and will say, oh wow, they're so great, and they will just admirize them and say, oh my god, they are so great, nice, funny, will be in love with them, like I did. I was manipulated in the beginning, and this is from the very, very simple reason that this kindergarten human beings didn't learn how to connect themselves to their own higher self, to the higher dimensions, to get the information themselves. Because once human beings are connected back to the divine, to the higher realms, that's it, game over. They know everything, because in the higher realms we can get information about everything and the real truth. Okay, so right now they don't know how to get this information. They don't have a way to know. They are really not in tune with their intuition. Okay, so how will they know? They know they need protection, right? So the Sasani beings, these, I don't know, mouse beings and reptilians know this, and Bashar knows this, and they are riding. I'm sorry, I'm just relaxing my heart because of what happened before. I need to get back myself to be in high vibration, okay? Because I probably maybe got them into my space. But when we are in high vibration, they can get to us, okay? We are not even in the same level. So the Sasani and Bashar, they know about it and they're riding on it, okay? They are trying to seize this window of opportunity that they have right now before humanity wakes up completely. Because once humanity is wide open with this consciousness, what's happening in these years is that humanity consciousness is starting to expand because of all of the solar flares that come to us, and the personal elevation that we are doing. Humanity, we are raising the frequency. Humanity start to wake up and expand, But once it's completely open, they are out of the game because everyone will see them. So they are trying to get this time right now before humanity finally get it, to project their plan, to get their plan inside of our brain, okay? That the Sasani will be the first to meet us, and that the hybrids will come to live with us, okay? This is a lie. Do not agree to it. I mean, I guess it's true in one in one timeline, but we definitely, in my perspective, don't want to go there, okay? So if each and every one of us will connect back to their higher guides, know how to do it, we will immediately learn the lie. By the way, this is what I do. This is one of the things that I do here. I call it I'm connecting souls back to their home. Okay, I have course about it, channeling course. Okay, how to connect back to your guides, both in Hebrew and both in English. Come, do them. Do them just to know how to clean yourself, open your third eye, connect back. That's it. You can do it. Everyone can do it. I have a course about it. You don't have to come to me. You can Google millions other teachers or guides, whatever. Just learn it. Do it. Do it right now. Okay? Don't if you are not connected to the higher realms, you can always be manipulated. Okay? And connect back to your intuition, which is your soul that is talking to you. So even if you are not completely believe to what I'm telling you right now, because I understand sometimes to get, if you love Bashar so much a lot of time, to suddenly have a shift about it, it's hard, because it means that you need to die a bit, to die this old version that was naive, and sometimes it's hard for us to do it. But even if you're not completely agree with me, you can agree with me that the reasonable thing to do is that as long as humanity has not grown up itself and is not got the ability to connect to the higher realms, to connect to the higher self, and to learn the truth for herself, anyone for himself, up until everyone in the planet are awakened and aware and connected to the higher realms and knows how to decide for himself, there is no need and no hurry to get anyone here. No need to let any one of them the permission to get here, okay? Because what's the rush, right? Why are they have to come right now? Wait, let's do an agreement. Wait until all of us are awakened. All of us knows perfectly how to connect to our higher self. And then and only then, when we can look in your eyes and look on all of your Akashic records and everything, and know the entire truth about you, only then will we decide as a civilization together what we want to do with this situation. For me, I already know it's a big no, but if you need this time, at least say, for now, I don't allow. I will know later, okay? So from my perspective, and I hope you will understand it, no one from the Bashar and the dark Anunnakis and the reptilians and all the agendas, the dark agendas and the grays, the dark grays, none of them have a permission to get inside our planet, to get inside our own garden. None of them, okay? We are focusing in ourselves, okay? In healing ourselves, in our own ascension. Stop focusing on them, okay? Start focusing on us. We are the ones that are important, okay? Develop, open your third eyes, clean your body, connect to the higher realms, get your own answers for yourself. Learn how to do it for yourself, so that you don't have to go to channelers and stuff and to hear from other people. Learn how to get this information from you. You literally have an entire Google information inside of your own body. You just need to learn how to tap into it, how to open it. It's really not that hard. Really, really, really. It's only need a practice, okay? So again, you can check it out in my website. I have both English course and Hebrew course, okay? But you really don't have to come to me. Google a lot of other great teachers. Just do it. Just to make sure to connect to your guides. That's all. You can do meditation. I don't care. Just do it. And also, I'm fine that maybe in the higher realms, I'm more neutral. But here, right now, as now, in this incarnation, in my character, in God's characters, I'm here to play the game of the light, okay, and to guard the light, and to distinguish the darkness, okay. So from here, it's important that we are keeping our same goal, okay. Same vision. Okay, so it's important to me to also say two things. One, my friend, when we did this channeling, my friend almost threw up. He had nauseous during the entire channeling because of this dark and low level energy that we talked about. We actually really needed to go to purify him and to purify ourselves in the ocean, okay? And from the low energy that we touched. Really, it helped, okay? And I want you to remember that the higher partners, okay, the guides, really helped ask our help. It really, they pressed my hand. You have to protect the gates. You have to not let them in, okay? You have to share it all over. You have to let everyone know and translate it in so many languages that everyone will understand, okay? They can only do what they are doing and what they can do from their level. They are protecting to the best they can our portals, our gates, okay? But if we mess this plan up and will even unconsciously agree to let them in, we are shooting in our own leg, and they will have to let them come in because it was our decision. We have here the free will, okay? And our guides, our partners from up above knows about this manipulation, so it sends us these messages, okay? So don't be confused. Being enlightened doesn't mean to always and every day and all day just be in the love and the light and in the lovey-dovey, okay? No, actually not. And it certainly doesn't say to overlook a dark situation and ignore it if we are being manipulated or being abused, okay? On the opposite, the most enlightened beings and warriors are the ones who look to the darkness in the face and dealt with it, okay? Because our entire ascension is not only to look on the love and light, is also to look on the darkness. This is what makes us powerful, to know how to integrate both of them, okay? So yeah, I can be a very lovey-dovey, but I can also pull out my sword if needed. Why? Why is it important? Because in creation, every one of us got his own free will, right? And we want to create a community where everyone loves and respects one another, right? Because this is how in our garden, everyone will feel good. But what happens if one of the souls start to say, oh no, I'm doing whatever I want. And then the souls start to do like this to us, like, we will let her? If we let her, we are hurting ourselves. We have to do something in order to protect ourselves, okay? We cannot control and change her mind if she doesn't want to. We can try to teach her, but if she doesn't want to, that's her free will to hurt someone else. But it's also our free will and also our duty to protect ourselves. So we will shield ourselves in order and protect ourselves in order to be in a space of high vibration, and we will not let them in. Okay? So again, I really asking you to pay really good attention. The future of humanity is dependent on your decision. This is not a joke. This is the truth, okay? You saw what happened to me. It was alive. Like I was almost fainted here. Nothing like this ever happened to me. I felt like an energy, something pulling my energy out, and I immediately said something else in myself and took my energy back. Okay. I will explore it later. Right now, it's important to me to go on, but you saw it. Okay. Okay. Still feel it here, by the way. It was like here. It was like I was pulled, like when you feel when you are about to be faint, but I felt like something is drawing my energy from me. Never happened to me on an awakened state like this. Okay. So, having said that, let's be practical. What I'm asking you to do. Okay. Okay. Step 1. Right now, do like this video. Okay. Right now, it's helped this video get to more audience. Like this video. Leave a comment. Okay, because this too helps this to get more audience. Okay, like, comment, share this everywhere with 15 this, how this is called, Mark. Okay, to everyone in each group, in each spiritual group, extraterrestrials groups, every group. Okay, your WhatsApp family, whatever. Okay, in the country and in the world. Okay. Send also this video to friends with a lot of followers to share this, that they will share this video to their audience. Also, make a small note about what this video is about, because not everyone will get in like you and read everything. Some people need just the summarization. Okay. Anyway, and the 5-sentence information. Okay. So write some short description about it, what's going on inside this video, share it. Okay. Translate this message, maybe in writing, to all of the languages that you know. Okay, all over the world, and share it in the different countries, in the different groups. Okay, if you have Russian groups of extraterrestrials, if you have I don't know, Spanish groups, translate and put this video. Okay, and so do a small description, put the link to this video. Okay, so they also can see it in English, the entire video. And please tag me. Okay, it helps me a lot to get more audience and continue this work. Okay, great. So sharing to the entire world with a small description, put the video, link to the video, and tag me. And step 2, and also like the video. Okay, and like and comment. And step 2, anytime that we are seeing someone sharing information about Bashar online, maybe a video in TikTok, maybe a video in reel in Instagram, maybe a post on Facebook, maybe in the group of Bashar. What I want you to do is immediately, on each and every post and each and every video that you see, immediately comment. Immediately comment, this is not true, this is a fraud, and write them down. The real Enka, Bashar, the real Anunnaki is in the gate. Okay, and in each and every comment, I'm asking you please to also put this video, keep this video link and my website, because I will put this video also in my website. Okay, because it's in my website, it's anyway secured. Okay, So you have both links. Put also my website, okay? Immediately write comment that everyone need to know about it, okay? Put the link to this video, short description, tag me, okay? Make me proud. And we really, it's really important to all of us. And I can't do it alone. I need you. We need each other. We need to do it together. We are together in it. Okay? It's the most important thing. Don't shut out. Don't shut up. Okay? Don't be manipulated. Wake up and wake other people. The future of humanity is in our responsibility. This is not a joke. I'm seriously telling you. Okay? Now, after you are commenting with all of the things that we talked about, immediately say an affirmation that says the opposite, okay? That you do not accept the entire of society and the dark agenda here in our planet. There is no enter to them, okay? So what I want you to do right now is repeat after me, after this affirmation that I'm going to say right now, okay? You can even just say amen or I agree after I finish say it in order to join me in this affirmation, and say it from the heart, amen, or maybe I agree, like make it really strong and roar to creation about what we want, okay? So Bashar and all of the generational civilizations of the Sasani, the hybrid, and all of their corporations, like the dark reptilians, dark Anunnakis, the Cabal, and all of their friends, and the dark agenda greys, is not permitted to get into our planet or to visit it, and not to leave it at all. The gates are closed to them. We want them as far as possible from planet Earth. We are sending them as far as possible from planet Earth. They are stepping outside of the planet and are not invited in any way, shape, or form, like Bashar said, to our planet. Amen. Say amen. Great. Now say, all of the lies and all of the how do you say it in English? Never mind. All of the lies and the darkness in the planet is now exposed to me, and all of the manipulation and darkness of humanity is exposed to everyone right now. Amen. All of the dark entities that used people, enslaved, lies, and did manipulation to humanity and all of us are leaving our planet far away from us right now. Amen. I agree. All of us are now removing all of the illusionaries and all of the manipulation and all of the dark clouds that was put above me in order for me to prevent from me to see the highest truth. We choose now to see the only highest truth in every situation. Amen. I agree. All the dark energy that is not for our highest potential and our highest good is leaving us and leaving our planet right now. Amen. We live in the light and only in the light. Amen. I live in the light and only in the light. Amen. I want you to print this affirmation. I live in the light and only in the light. Or we live in the light and only in the light. And put it, I don't know, somehow put it in every place, every room, in your wallet, on you. This is actually an affirmation that keeps you in the light. Okay? when I wrote it down to myself, I immediately got in synchronicity with it. So this is true. This is a very strong affirmation that I started to do during my awakening. I don't know, came to me from the inside. So do it, okay? Maybe quote me, like you quote, how do you call it? Like poems. G. Habibi. I live in the light and only in the light. Okay? Good. So you comment on the Bashar sharing, if someone shared it, you comment it with the description, link to the video, and to tag me. Okay? You immediately say an affirmation that is the opposite. No, I don't agree to them coming in. They are not invited. Okay. And the third thing that I want to do, that you would do anytime you see this Bashar online, okay, somewhere, is, and also do it right now, to stop and imagine for maybe 31 minutes, okay? Stop and imagine him like, fading away. Like you see the image of Daryl and, Bashar, and you say, you are going away from us, and you see his face maybe, flying to the clouds and poof, disappear. And again, you see his face and he's poof, disappear. And it's like you're sending him to a different dimensions. This is how I do it in order to put away people. And the most important thing is right now, I want you to imagine that you are cutting cords, okay? Imagine Bashar, Daryl, okay? Cut cords with them. Imagine a light cable from your heart to Bashar's heart, okay? Cut it with scissor or maybe with an axe, okay? And say, I release you with love and with great, I don't know, wishing for you for the best. I wish you love, and I forgive you. And imagine it go to the dark, okay? This is how we broke our ties from him and from this entire agenda, okay? So right now, do it. Imagine you. Stop the video. Do it. Imagine it. Breaking the cable and say, I release you. I forgive you. Thank you for all the lessons that you taught us. You really did taught us a lot about darkness and how to handle manipulation. And I thank you for this. And imagine it disappear from our space, okay? Great. I want you to understand that as long as you just keep scrolling and ignoring it, you are in fact choosing in conscious way to keep him and keep this narrative, because this, even if it was just for a bit moment, this got into your subconscious mind and added another record. And you need to do something actively to change this record to another scenario. You have to do it. We have to do it, okay? Because it will keep being in your subconscious mind, and you will keep projecting it to the universe, and the universe will keep bringing us this scenario to come to be true, okay? To come to manifest. We need to work on it together, okay? We need to declare and roar to the creation that we are not accepting it, and we are manifesting a high vibration script for humanity. The real fifth dimension of real love and light and truth and honesty and integrity to this planet, okay? So immediately declare that they are not coming in, and they are also wiped out of our planet, and everyone that is in the planet is also getting out and is sent away, okay? So if you didn't write all of the steps, please do. Please do. Again, like this video, comment this video, share it with everyone around the world with a lot of warning, okay? In all of the languages. Put also the link to the video and tag me, okay? First step. Second step, every time you see Bashar video or post or something, immediately warning comment with the link to this video, tag me, and declare immediately they do not have permission to be here, and also all the ones that are from there in the planet are leaving this planet right now, and stop and imagine them gone and cut the cable and send them away and forgive them and thank them for the lesson. It's a hard lesson, but they are making us stronger. Okay? Great. Know that if you are here by now, I completely thank you, and I trust you in 2000%. Okay, I trust you to do it. Share this to everyone. We are going to knock them down and to kick this darkness outside of our planet away. Okay, there is no proof for anyone to mess with our divine garden. Okay, the garden that was given to us from creation, planet Earth, our beautiful planet. No one of them, of this entire dark agenda, has approval for this. We are going to burn them down and kick them out of this planet. Burn them everywhere you see them. Do not shut up. Do not stay chill. Be roar. Burn down the network, my loves. Do it fiercely, okay? Show them what it means to really deal and mess with the divine protection, the divine army of the light. I trust you completely, okay? This is what it means to be part of the divine army of the light, and to be in charge, really in charge of changing the human consciousness. Okay, this is our biggest important time. This is the money time. We really need not to stay asleep. Spread it, share it. Okay, each and every one of us is sharing and commenting, and together we are knocking them down in no time. Okay, this is the biggest task that we ever known, and as humanity, to get this darkness outside of the planet. The entire universe really watches us and check if we can do it, if we'll do it. And we are actually really, the higher realms ask our help. They can't do it without us. If we don't play our part, we will go to the dark scenarios. Okay, so I trust you completely. So next, except from YouTube, it's important for you to know where else can you find this video. So this video is recorded twice. Both I have this in Hebrew video, and now this is the English video. Both of them will be in my YouTube channel, Gal Havivi, GALHAVIVI. Okay, probably you can look the word Bashar or something. This will be there. But in addition, obviously I will put something in social media, but it also will be in my website, galhavivi.com, GALHAVIVI.com. I have there free content, and in this free content, exposure of the dark. Okay, the video will be there. Most of my content is in Hebrew. You probably can translate it, and some of the video you can maybe turn on the automatic translations of English. But this is specific message. It was important to me to record it in English because I'm not, I don't know how this auto translations works, and it was important to me to really make this message clear. Okay, so it will always be in my website. And also in my Telegram. Also, I have a Telegram channel in my website. Oh, of course, go now and add me in all of the social media, okay? In my website, galhavivi.com, in the top and in the bottom, and in the bottom there are all my socials. Go now and follow me in all of them, okay? And know that I also have there the link to my Telegram channel, and in there it also will be. You can also inside there search the Bashar content, okay? And of course, if you want to delve deep inside all of the dark stuff, as I said, I have a lot of information in my website under my free content, and there is a chapter there that is of the darkness, okay? I have a lot of important and stuff there. No, it's not all of, I shared like a million stuff on them. I just took one thing from each topic and put it there, the most important thing. You can check them out. I also ask you, when you do it, just do it consciously. What do I mean? First of all, don't do it in the night, because when you are diving into this darkness, it's a bit low vibration, so you don't want to get with this vibration into your dreams. So try to do it in the morning, and then try to change this atmosphere to go to your friends and everything. So in the night, you won't get it into your system. And also, don't dwell on the dark a lot of time. Just learn what happened here. I don't know, 3-4 days, maybe a bit more, and that's it. Don't dwell on it. We want to manifest our highest potential, okay? So if you need to know, just make a quick, catch up, and that's it. Get out all of this dark agendas from out of your consciousness. Stay focused on the high content. If you see a low vibration content like Bashar, comment it. In order to, we want to transmute it, to bring it into the light. Comment it, okay? Affirm it the opposite way. Imagine it go away and go back to the light, okay? You have to be responsible, okay? It's not that if you don't ignore it, it will go away. No, it's still some of the people in our same soup of consciousness are having a link to it, and it will affect you in one way or another, okay? So I remind you, if you haven't done just yet to this video, like it now, leave a comment now, share it with everyone, share this also link share your description and also the link to this video, and tag me. Wow. And that's it, my friends, my beloved friends and souls. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the support, all the help. We will do it together. I seriously love you. And I'm sending you kisses from here, and good luck for going to knock them down. I love you.